in 1988, this whole area would be swarmed with a lot of protesters. Some people would be, holding up banners, and some would shouting slogans. Hopes that people have in those days.
Of course, hopes that were dashed in the end, and again, a kind of repeat of that in 2007 when the monks came out onto the streets, and also this same area. What it is about this area that became such a focal point for protest?
Exactly, because this is the center of Rangoon, and this is where most of the, as you can see, the traffic is going past very heavily. People will come, people from the suburbs, people from center, who would come to this place, and then they leave for their own kind of, the job places here. So it's the natural gathering point. And this Sule Pagoda is where...
The pagoda we're looking at here, yeah.
So the pagoda is also where the monks would gather, pray. And this is a significant thing in Burmese history as well. Before they do something, then they would come and worship for their, kind of a success or the things that they do.
Do you think that given the changes that are taking place here now, that we're likely to see those kind of street protests again? Or do you think those days are now over, that as long as the reform keeps going, we'll see no more street protests?
This is very difficult to say, because people still don't believe that, the reforms are kind of big or substantial enough. And then another thing that we should think of it, when the people feel more, when the country goes towards democracy, they have more right to come out and express their wishes, desire. Even if they are dissatisfied with something, then they should be able to come out and protest it.
It's all these kind of tentative baby steps towards democracy, towards what democracy really means, what it's all about, I guess. And as you rightly say, the key test is how the government, how the military react to those kind of attempts for people to assert themselves and assert their rights.
That's, Rachel, you're exactly right. And then, there are people within the military and security establishment and who still have this, old mindset that, any hint, any kind of dissent should not be tolerated. But at the same time, they are quite concerned that, once you let out this genius out, and then you can't control it. People would see that, presidents do. You can really now go out and then do the demonstration, protest, and
then it might encourage others to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's busy, bustling, but peaceful downtown Rangoon. But as we've seen from history, the picture here can change very, very quickly, can't it?
You're exactly right, Rachel. We have to see.